10 answers. Every single one starts with a letter A. But this time, we're not sticking to biology. We're going across all of science: physics, chemistry, astronomy, the planet under your feet, the code in your phone. 10 questions, 3 seconds to answer each. Ready? Let's go. Every particle in the universe has a mirror image twin with the opposite electric charge. When a particle and its twin touch, they don't fight, they annihilate, vanishing in a burst of pure energy. Hospitals use this every day in PET scans. What is the twin called? 3, 2, 1. The answer is antimatter. The reason this is wild, a single gram of antimatter meeting a single gram of matter would release the energy of a small nuclear bomb, and there's a mystery physics still can't solve. The Big Bang should have made equal amounts of matter and antimatter, but it didn't. If it had, they would have annihilated each other, and there'd be no universe, no stars, no you. Something tipped the scales, and we don't know what. Our Milky Way galaxy has a partner. It's the largest galaxy in our local group, it holds about 1 trillion stars, and in about 4.5 billion years, it's going to crash into us. It's already the most distant object you can see with your naked eye. What is it? 3, 2, 1. The answer is Andromeda. The reason this is wild, when Andromeda hits the Milky Way, almost no stars will actually collide. Galaxies are that empty, but the gravitational chaos will fling our sun into a completely new orbit, warp both galaxies, and eventually merge them into one giant elliptical galaxy that astronomers already have a name for: Milkomeda. You just took a breath. About 1% of the air that filled your lungs is a gas that will do absolutely nothing. It won't react with your body. It won't react with anything, ever. It's the third most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere, and it's completely inert. What is it? 3, 2, 1. The answer is argon. The reason this is wild, argon is a noble gas, meaning its outer electron shell is full, so chemistry doesn't interest it. We use that laziness on purpose. Argon fills the space inside double-pane windows so heat can't easily travel through. It shields welds from oxygen. It fills old-school incandescent light bulbs so the filament doesn't burn up. A gas that refuses to do anything turns out to be incredibly useful. Solar wind hurls charged particles at Earth every second. Most of them get deflected by our magnetic field. But near the north and south poles, the field lines dip down into the atmosphere, and the particles crash into oxygen and nitrogen molecules. Those molecules light up green, red, and purple. What do we call this light show? 3, 2, 1. The answer is the aurora. The reason this is wild, the color depends on the altitude of the collision. Green is oxygen around 100 kilometers up, red is oxygen 300 kilometers up, purple and blue come from nitrogen. And auroras aren't just an Earth thing. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, every planet with a magnetic field has them. Jupiter's auroras are hundreds of times more powerful than ours.
Between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, there's a belt of leftover construction debris from the birth of the solar system. Over 1 million of these rocky objects, ranging from pebble size to the size of small planets. What are they? 3, 2, 1. The answer is asteroids. The reason this is wild, Jupiter's gravity is the reason this belt exists. When the solar system formed, Jupiter's pull was so strong it wouldn't let the material there clump into a planet. Everything in the asteroid belt combined would still be less than 4% the mass of our moon. And roughly every 100 million years, one gets knocked out of orbit and heads for Earth. That's how the dinosaurs went extinct. There is a temperature so cold that atoms stop moving completely. Every vibration, every jiggle, every scrap of thermal energy, gone. It's the coldest anything in the universe can possibly get. It's minus 273.15 degrees Celsius or minus 459.67 Fahrenheit. What is it called? 3, 2, 1. The answer is absolute zero. The reason this is wild, you can never actually reach it. The laws of thermodynamics forbid it. but scientists have gotten within a billionth of a degree. And near that temperature, matter starts doing impossible things. Helium becomes a superfluid that climbs the walls of its container. Atoms in a cloud merge into a single quantum blob called a Bose-Einstein condensate. Physics, as you know it, stops applying.
For nearly 2,000 years, brilliant thinkers across Europe, the Middle East, and China tried to turn lead into gold. They believed a mystical substance called the Philosopher's Stone could do it. They were wrong about the stone, but their obsessive experiments accidentally invented distillation, extraction, and most of the lab techniques modern chemistry still uses. What was their pseudoscience called? 3, 2, 1. The answer is alchemy. The reason this is wild, Isaac Newton, the man who explained gravity, spent more of his life on alchemy than on physics. He wrote over 1 million words trying to crack the Philosopher's Stone. And here's the twist. Modern physics can actually turn lead into gold. Slam lead atoms with high-energy particles in a nuclear reactor, and you'll get a few atoms of gold. It just costs more energy than the gold is worth.
In a triangle, any triangle, no matter how you draw it, the 3 interior corners always add up to the same number, 180 degrees. This works whether the triangle is a tiny sliver or spans a light year. What are these corners called? 3, 2, 1. The answer is angles. The reason this is wild, that 180-degree rule only holds on a flat surface. Draw a triangle on the outside of a sphere, and the angles add up to more than 180. Draw it on a saddle shape, and they add up to less. Einstein used exactly this math to prove that space itself curves near massive objects. Your GPS has to correct for space being curved by Earth's gravity, otherwise it would be off by kilometers every day.
In the 9th century, a Persian mathematician named Al-Khwarizmi wrote a book on solving equations step by step. His name got Latinized into a word that now sits at the center of the modern world. It runs your search bar, your feed, your dating app, your GPS. It's a step-by-step recipe a computer follows. What's it called? Three, 2, 1. The answer is an algorithm. The reason this is wild, Al-Khwarizmi also gave us the word algebra from his book title Al-Jab. So one 9th century mathematician quietly named 2 of the most fundamental ideas in modern science, and nobody outside math history knows his name. Every time you unlock your phone, an algorithm is running. Every time Netflix picks the next episode, an algorithm is running. The world runs on his idea. There are 20 of these small molecules. String them together in different orders and you get every protein in every living thing on Earth. Enzymes, hemoglobin, insulin, the keratin in your hair, the collagen in your skin. Life is basically the art of arranging these 20 Lego pieces. What are they called? Three, 2, 1. The answer is amino acids. The reason this is wild, those 20 amino acids can combine into an almost infinite number of proteins. A modest protein of just 100 amino acids has 20 to the 100th possible sequences. That's more possibilities than there are atoms in the observable universe. And amino acids don't just exist on Earth. They've been found on meteorites, in comets, and in the clouds around forming stars. The building blocks of life might have arrived here from space. That's 10 for 10. Antimatter, Andromeda, argon, aurora, asteroids, absolute zero, alchemy, angles, algorithms, and amino acids. Every corner of science has an A hiding somewhere. Next episode, we're going after the letter B. Stay curious.